But anyway, let's get to the ranking. I kind of want to start with. Do you want to start? I'm thinking either top 5 villains, live action villains, or I'm thinking Batmobiles. Rank all the Batmobiles. What do you think?
You pick.
Let's do the Batmobiles because that's fun and easy. I mean, there's really there's some that'll just burn it down. If you pick my bottom 2 as your top 2, we'll need to talk about it. But
So are we doing the top 5?
I just thought for villains, let's stuff where there's just a ton of them. Like maybe the villains top 5. Everything else is okay. There's only 8 Batmobiles, and they pretty much speak for themselves.
8?
Well, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry.
Okay. I was like, what's the 8th? I'm looking at my list like, wait a second.
Sorry. So we will be doing from 1966 forward. And here we go. You go ahead. Go first.
Go first. In the bottom spot is least favorite. Bottom spot is going to be the Adam West mobile. As you'll learn throughout this ranking video, I am not a fan of campy Batman. And I'm not a fan of the Batmobile. I understand its significance. I understand its pop culture reference and icon identity, but I hate that Batmobile. Yeah.
Well, tell us how you really feel. God dang. My least favorite is the Batman and Robin Batmobile. I hate the fat front end. I don't like how the wings are curved out. I don't like how there's no shield in his face, and he's just like, "Hey, Breeze, I'm Batman." Like all the time. He's just like, "Dur, dur, dur." I don't know. I really like it's. I've seen pictures of people actually next to it, and it looks better in the daylight because all the neons are off and stuff like that. And it kind of has that feel of the 1989 Batmobile, which you'll see way higher up on the list for me. So there's things about it I like. I just think overall it's a turd. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my number 6, the Batman and Robin Batmobile.
Right.
Same reasons. It's a cool kids movie Batmobile. Don't get me wrong. It appeals to your inner 6-year-old, but it's bad. It works for a cartoon. It doesn't work for live action. It's bad. It's bad.
Right. One positive I'll give it is that it had the side flames on the back. I thought that was kind of cool. It has a little extra boost to it. I'm reaching, but I always thought that was okay. My next one would be Batman 66. I actually really like this car. I think it's really cool. Every time I watch the movie or I watch the show, I fall in love with the Batmobile even more. I think the Batmobile, the Bat Cycle, was like the little mini detachable ejector sidecar. What do they call it? Little go-kart. I think that's pretty awesome, and I love the helicopter. So in the Batboat, if I didn't say that, but I think it's it really has a California kind of hippie. I mean, it's 60s, so this probably doesn't help it. But I just think it looks cool. But as a Batmobile, it's got to land somewhere, and this is where it goes.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I'm gonna burn it down with my next few choices, and that's fine. That's fine. The next spot for me is Ben Affleck's Batmobile. I don't hate it. I really don't. But it's not that. It's the Tumbler with the Arkham City game mod on it. It's all right. It's a little over the top comic booky for as realistic as they were going, in my opinion. If they had something more like the Batman or even the Tumbler, I think it would fit a lot better. I do still like it. Pretty much everything up from here up, I do like. It's just a personal preference thing. That's all.
Yeah. All right. My next one, this really hurts. This is where my love of Batman, it hurts that I have to put this so low, but this was some soul searching for this one because I just did not want to put it here. It's the Batman Forever car, and I think it is awesome. The neons work because it's all one color. I don't like that the rims are permanent, but it works for the car. Don't like that the wings separate, but that's only in one scene. I think that the huge lever that he pushes backwards to go faster is awesome. I hate that it goes up the building. It's not the car's fault really, but I just think I just love that car. It's Robin's in it like come take a little ride in my love machine, baby. Like I love that car. It kills me that it's got to go here, but I was like, it's got neon lights, and it's just as good as the rest of these. But I love this car. Kills me.
Honestly, the Forever one is one of my favorite. It's just like nostalgic in a really weird way.
Yeah.
Which, get out your pitchforks and get ready. My next pick is the Batman. This is only because I've only seen it once. I have not had the chance to go see it again. I'm probably not. It's really cool. I haven't connected that much to this film yet. I'm sure it'll probably go up further on the list the more exposure that I get to it, because it's a really cool Batmobile. It's more practical for an early Batman. It works. I have nothing negative to say. Just had to fall somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was on the podcast thing, I was talking about how this one's kind of cool because it reminisces the animated series and how it's kind of flat in the back on the Batmobile on that one, and how the wings kind of come out. It's a very nice beginning Batmobile. Even if this is the only time we get this Batmobile, I think it's just a really good place to start with that Batmobile. So yeah, I mean, especially if only seeing it once, and it's always, for the most part, in really dark scenes. So it's hard to get it's awesome, but it's hard to get a good feel for it when it's moving fast and you're just staring at the flames the whole time or something else, So yeah, I mean that's respectable. My next one is the Batman, the Batman car. Everything I just said. Yeah, I think it's a solid Batmobile. I think it works very well for the movie that it's in. And I like that there's a lot of opportunity, like with the rest of the movie, to see more of it. I think the movie did a good job of not overdoing pretty much anything. So it leaves you wanting more pretty much when it comes to everything. So yeah, I think it's really cool. Nothing negative.
Yeah, that's solid. God, we're already at number 3.
Yeah.
So my third choice is personal preference, and it's Batman Forever. I don't care. That Batmobile is so cool. It's absolutely absurd. The wheels that don't move make no sense. The neon light works, but it looks super 90s. The wings are weird. Like he said, it shouldn't go up a wall, but it does. I don't know why. I love this Batmobile. It's over the top. It's too flashy. It doesn't make sense, but I love it. It did good at what it was trying to do. The Batman and Robin one did very poorly at doing the same exact thing. The Batman Forever gets my number 3.
I love Batman Forever. All right, so we got Paul here. We got Batmobile list. We got number 3 is Dark Knight. Okay. Then we got Batman Forever and 89 Batman. I like this list. I like it. I like the respect on the Tumbler. I like that.
And more Batman Forever love.
More Batman Forever love, and of course 89 Batmobile will always be iconic. Even if there's Batmobiles you prefer over it, it's Batman Forever, man. My next one. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say your go.
My next one is actually the Tumbler. It's my number 3. I think it works pretty well for the movie it's in. It's a little bulky. I mean, it's driving over the rooftops and the church and everything else. It kind of goes against the ninja aspect, but for realism, for what it can do, for the weaponry that it has, whether it be the missiles, and then like when he goes down and fires them and stuff like that, I think that's really cool. When it eventually gets wrecked and it turns into the Bat Pod, I think that motorcycle is so cool. Doesn't have a lot going for it, but it's just the way it moves is cool, and that sound that it makes. I just think I had to put some respect on this one, because when I look at Forever's Batmobile, I enjoy it more. But the Tumbler deserves its respect. Like, it's a very cool Batmobile and very practical. Yeah. They actually built it. They took it over in England and built it, so it can actually do 75% of the stuff it's doing on screen. Unlike the rest of them, where they have to speed up the camera, or they have to like stop everything and move it by hand. Like, yeah, so I had to get some respect on it. It doesn't quite have my love, but it has my respect to make my number 3.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, number 2 is the Keaton Mobile for me. I love that Batmobile. I have nothing negative to say. It is a staple. It's iconic. I would say it's probably the most iconic Batmobile that has been since, other than the animated series. I would say those two are the most iconic Batmobiles. And I don't foresee that changing, especially if the Flash ever gets released. But yeah, that Keaton's Batmobile is awesome. There's just no, I mean, it's goofy. It's not practical. There's no way you're steering that thing, but it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I can't wait to see it in the Flash, like a year and a half ago, whatever it was. That picture came out, loved the Batcave, and 89's Batcave with the same lights, with the same pipes coming out of there. Cinematography on point. I'm so excited to see that Batmobile again. It's going to be nostalgia overload. So, my number 2 is the Batman vs Superman Justice League Batmobile. More on the Batman vs Superman, because I think the big cannon sticking out of the passenger seat is awesome, but you know, I like the look of this like a normal looking Batmobile a little bit better. I think it is a great combination between 89 Batmobile and the Tumbler. I think it's probably the most versatile Batmobile, live action Batmobile ever. I mean, it looks like it could drive over stuff, go up mountains, things like that. It also looks like it hauls, and it can take a lot of damage. I mean, it hits Superman, and instead of like going through him because it shatters, it like bounces and skids off. Like, it's going through boats and warehouses and everything else. And it's really cool when you see it. I've got the toy up there, but I don't want to green it out. The wheel covers, they start off like this, and when they go through stuff, they adjust. They go down forward to ram through things. I think the cannons on the front also reminisce the 89 Batmobile, the Browning machine guns that are on that one. And I just think I think, I don't know, I like the look of it. I wish it wasn't as CGI. It's very, very CGI. I wish they would have, I don't know, shot that a little bit better or darkened it up a little bit more. But I really love this Batmobile for everything it does. It doesn't catch the eye quite as much, but once again, it's the respect. It's what I'm looking for in a Batmobile. It's what it can do. Love that Batmobile.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, it's lower on my list, but I don't really have anything negative other than it felt a little bit more cartoon / graphic novel-esque than the reality that I was going for, what my brain worked with there. Which brings me to my favorite, because it seems the most absolutely ridiculous and most realistic, and that's the Tumbler. My number 1 is the Tumbler. I love that thing. It's practical. It does, like John said, they built it. It can do a lot of the things that you see it do on screen. It can drive. It's functional. That's insane. Absolutely insane. And it doesn't look like your typical Batmobile. It looks like something the military or some privatized company for the military would build. It looks like an angry Hummer. Like the black tank. It's awesome. It's awesome. Number 1 spot. I don't care. Yeah.
Right. And it does come in black.
Yes. Exactly.
I love that. It's so good in the first one. So what do you think? Does it come in black? And just the flow of the first 2 movies is so good. Like, God. Anyway. Yeah, man. Like I said, yeah, a lot of that's respect. A lot of it's awesome, and it's what it can do, too. God, I love that Batmobile. And the inside of it, the cockpit, it just looks cool. And then when he goes down into that thing, it just felt like next level Batman. I don't know. And then when it blows up and you get the pod, I was just like, wow, this thing has we're continuing on the Batman gadgets and a motorcycle that was just attached to this thing the whole time. I was like, it's so cool. So cool. Yeah, man. My number 1, obviously, is the 89 Batmobile. It is. Obviously, it's my favorite freaking movie of all time. I can't fight my love. You know, you want to go, objectively, I'll move it. But subjectively, it just, the shields, boom, and it's like they changed the sound design in the 4K movie. Kills me. Anyway, but the shields, the way they go up, the grappling hook that shoots out, the bomb that drops off and kills all those dudes. It's just so good, man. The cockpit, once again, like seeing all those gadgets and stuff, and like it feels like a fighter jet, right, with all the little switches and stuff like that. The second one is a little goofy how it like goes into a missile, but I can't get enough of that Batmobile. It forever will probably be my number one. Like you said, it's so funny though because the thing is so slow they had to speed up the shots. But sorry, I'm gonna ramble now. But the Coke commercial, the Diet Coke, where it's like a gentleman is usually in a hurry.
That Diet Coke commercial is iconic. I don't know how many times I watched the VHS with that first, and it was like the pregame of the movie. Because you get that commercial with him and Alfred, and you're like, yeah, it's all right. God, it takes me back.
That and the Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny with the Warner Brothers ball cap. You can't watch a Warner Brothers movie without a Warner Brothers ball cap. Ball cap. So good. Oh, yeah. So good.
Dude, it's funny because I thought I was the only one who remembered that crap.
Oh God, no, man! Just like watching Ninja Turtles, man. When the Pizza Hut commercial. That's why I play in outfield, right where the dandelions grow. I always think about that every time I watch that movie.
And was it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 that had Suburban Commando?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, that commercial.
So good.
I was frozen today.
Fighting interstellar bounty hunters is a little outside of my line. Yeah. So good. So Deb says it's practical. It's not Batman to me. I remember being upset in the theater. I think she's talking about the Tumbler, which makes me sad. But I can also agree with you a little bit. It took me a while to warm up to it. When you look at it, and it's from having the toy, you kind of just can look at the details a little bit. But the little wings on the back kind of help sell it. Obviously, the rocket flamethrower thing helps sell it. And then the mouth in the front, like it's got teeth up and down. And I don't know why, it just kind of reminds me of like some graphic novel stuff when they used to kind of do that with the front of the Batmobiles, right? Like there would be a head of the bat, or there'd be a mouth or eyes or whatever. I don't know. They're just little things about that Batmobile, and the way the hood or whatever drops down over him. I don't know. The Tumbler took a long time to grow on me, but once it did, it really took hold. I really do like that.
As somebody who played the crap out of the Xbox Batman Begins video game, I can tell you the coolest part was the driving levels where you got to drive the Tumbler, because you just destructed everything. It totally was. It's a black tank. Like, it was so awesome. I love that thing. Love it. I want my own.
Yeah. Good luck driving that thing on the street. That's bigger than the Hummer. Okay, so real quick, now we're gonna blast through this one because this isn't gonna take long at all. But let's rank the Batwing real fast. And then Deb's saying that it's just not hitting her in this nostalgia, but it's probably the actual best. But not my fave. Yeah, I completely get that. I think I made myself love it because just like I just respected it for so much. I think, and then I don't know. There's a lot of give and take with a lot of them, but yeah,
real quick, I don't know how many Batwings there are. It's been a long time since I actually paid attention. I know.
Yeah, I didn't write them down. We can put in 66. We'll put in the helicopter. Why not? We'll put in. There's no Batman Return, or excuse me, Batman and Robin doesn't have one. Batman Forever has one. Batman Returns doesn't. Batman does. So really, there's what, 4? One. Well, yeah, because Batman vs. Superman. So Batman vs. Superman, Dark Knight Rises, 89, and Forever. And 66 if you want to put in the helicopter.
I don't even remember what the Forever one looks like. It's been a while since I watched that movie.
Hold on. Please hold. It looks like that.
Oh, yeah. The boat.
Yeah.
How can I remember the boat but not the Batwing? Okay, so that's a total of what, 6?
I think 5 if we count the helicopter, which it's coming in last, so I mean we could put it in there. But
yeah, let's just go ahead and say both of us last place is Bat Chopper from '66 because it sucks.
I actually kind of like it. Like, hold on. I can't reach it. I can't reach it, but it's up there. I actually, for what
Don't
it
make me
is,
leave.
I kind of like it. Huh?
Don't make me leave.
Well, for what it is, for the time it was, I think the orange is cool. I like the wings on the side of it, and that open cockpit was really cool for like filming and stuff like that. I just thought for the time, I put a little respect on it just because it's '66. I mean, you had this in Star Trek. What do you want? Like, I mean, but anyway. So yeah, that's dead last. Caleb, what's the next?
Oh God. For this, I will probably go Batman Forever just because I couldn't remember what it looked like. I'm sure I'll probably if I go back and rewatch it, I'll probably rank it higher just because I love the uniform lights on the Batmobile and I know it's got the same formula to it. But yeah,
And so is the boat.
so yeah, Batman Forever.
Yeah, I will say that this is tough. And they could go either way, but I think I'm gonna go with the next one. I'm gonna go. Oh, it's tough. Hang on. I thought. Right now, I'm gonna go with Ben Affleck's, only because I don't really care for the style. Like, I hear that it's I don't know. Like, I'm not digging this open, weird design here. I like the machine guns on the front, and it's okay. Like, it looks like it hauls, and it like can't be detected, maybe. But I just don't find any love in this thing. I don't find any love.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
So
That's what I'll make my next one. Ben Affleck's. It's kind of a weird looking design. I mean, it works, but it also wasn't a focal point of Batman versus Superman. It's a little more apparent in the Justice League, but it's not. Nah. I don't really have an attachment to it at all.
Yeah, it does what it needs to do, but it's not iconic at all. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go, but I will say though, it's super fast, and the machine guns, like when it's shooting Doomsday, it did seem pretty spry, and the movie shot it well. So I'll give it some points on that. But my next one is gonna be Christian Bale's The Bat. You know, I like that it's got the little like propellers in the back, and that can make it like move between buildings really well. I like that. I like, again, the wings on the back, that when it sits down, these actually fold down to kind of create a base. And these also are like the little turbine things or whatever, and it's got cannons here, and you can see them in the cockpits. Like, it's cool. It doesn't feel Batman. Like, I like it for what it is, and for the movie it's good, but it doesn't do anything for me, like, at all, really.
Yeah. That was actually going to be my next. Is like it seems practical-esque, but it also seems like it was shoehorned in last second. Just like, oh, we can get that in here. And honestly, when you see that, what other? Well, I'll just say it looks like the giant worm things from the Avengers, where all the aliens were coming out of the giant thing that Hulk smashed down. I can't think of what it's called. As the alien invasion was happening.
You think it looks like the worm?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't see that, but okay.
I don't know. Not a striking resemblance, but it's got enough of a resemblance that that's what I think of when I see it. It just...
Huh.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. There's only one that I actually love, so.
Yeah. My number 2 is going to be Forever. I just think it looks cool flying through the air. When you see the question mark, green, and then he blasts through it, and then he gives the thumbs up. I think it was short-lived, kind of like my next one, but I think for how it was shot, how it looks, it looks like the Batmobile, like some of the others do. It's cool. I like it a lot. Yeah. It doesn't really have anything though. It doesn't use guns. Doesn't have any. It doesn't have anything. It
I've
kind of
just
sucks that it doesn't have any kind of firepower.
yeah, I've got one left, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, 89 Batman is awesome. It's got the coolest shot of all of them. It looks the coolest of all of them. It has a job in the movie, unlike most of them. Um, that moon shot. Can we talk about that moon shot?
It's so good. Him creeping in like the clouds and stuff like that, and just how it's shot and that echo sound that's going on. And then once again, when he's hitting all the levers, it's like choo, 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 and everything's like unfolding and everything else like that. And then the little like targeting system thing, which doesn't work that great. It's a little off. Yeah, I'm just gonna bleed in here because it's my number one too. The only two like negatives I give it, it's a little bubbly on top, which is fine. I'm not that mad about it, but it's a little bubbly. There's three. Okay, it's a little bubbly. I don't like the hedge clippers that come out of the front of it. Like he knew he was gonna need to do this. I would have rather just the ears because it's it would grab it. I would have rather that. And then I don't like that pistol takes it down. Like every time I see that now as an adult, I'm like, oh, don't wreck his Batwing by one shot. Like it just, I mean, it could have been. In my mind, it was an explosive round. It was a high caliber explosive round. It wasn't just a bullet. That's how I make it work. But how cool would it have been had he just been like, "Hey, Bob, hand me that rocket launcher." Of course, Bob was already dead at this time, but I just that there are some drawbacks to this one, but
That's a great movie.
oh, God, I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. Okay, and then we'll skip the bat cycles because really there's only like 3 of them, right? I mean, it's not even really worth ranking. The Tumbler Bat Pod gets number 1, right? Everything else is second. I'm not putting Robin's bat cycle on there. I'm not doing it. So next,
Dude, I remember having the like Hot Wheels version of those, the Batman and Robin motorcycles. I loved those things, and I played with them so much the paint fell off. Kind of sad. Those were so cool.
Yeah, well, that paint causes cancer probably. So
probably. I don't know. I'm still alive.